Hi, my name's Liam and I'm the drummer from Darwin and The Finches. Here's some answers to a few questions we've been asked about drumming in Darwin and The Finches. Yeah, dynamics is always a challenge for us. With there only being two of us and using live acoustic instruments so much, it's all about control, using different sounds, different textures in everything we play is pretty important. So I don't use sticks at all. I use brushes quite a lot. I use shakers, tambourines, and we've got a couple of nice new little bits coming your way as well on some new songs. So listen out for some new sounds that we think just blend in really nicely with what we're doing. Oh, the techniques, they vary quite a lot, and it's kind of playing around with the ideas that we have and how I get the sounds that I want. It changes the way I've played a lot over the last couple of years. Like I said, I've been using brushes quite a lot and shakers and things, but the most surprising thing is I play things sort of left-hand lead a lot more than I used to. Like in our song, sometimes for the bridge sections, I tend to play those left-handed, weirdly, and also my general grip when I'm playing with two brushes. If I'm playing like a shuffle, like on Cut From a Teardrop or Voodoo, it's like reversing the traditional grip from what jazz drummers would do. So instead of having the traditional grip in the left hand, I use it in the right hand just to get that swoop, because I'm still playing a backbeat in my left. So there's a couple of little variations on what you traditionally do, but they do work for me, which is quite nice. It's nice to figure these things out. Oh, the set list goes pear-shaped all the time because Mick don't read it properly. So sometimes it's kind of, you're expecting one song and it's kicked into another, and you just kind of have to fly with it a little bit, and I just laugh at him mid-song and we just carry on. Those things happen quite a lot. I mean, we've not had to improvise an entire set, but you kind of get a feeling on the fly of what's going to work and what's not, and when you see something coming up, it's like, oh, this crowd isn't going to feel this one. We need to put something a little bit different in. We either need to bring the mood up or pull it down a little bit. So we do improvise in those kind of ways, but we don't improvise a whole set. We've got more of an idea of what's going on, but then we can push and pull within that, and we can change things as we go. And with there only being two of us, and having played together for so long, the communication between us just makes that a lot easier to do as well. Yeah, what I wish people knew about drumming in a stripped back setup is how difficult it is to adapt and make it sound original. I mean, we've seen loads of bands over the years that go from an electric setup and then they grab a couple of acoustic guitars and they just sound like a band that's grabbed a couple of acoustic guitars and they're doing the songs the same way. We've got a lot of songs that we did in a full band setup that just don't work as an acoustic thing. We've tried, we've worked in one way, worked in another, and they just don't kind of work. So it's hard to pick the right ones and make sure they fit in with what we're doing. It's not as easy as people think it is, and it takes a lot of thought process, a lot of trial and error, and a lot of arranging just to get the right sounds. Emotional connection in music is massive. I feel it for both me and Mick, to be honest with you. When we're on stage and we're connecting, and because there's only two of us and it's all laid bare, you can just feel it within you, and you feel every note, and you can't hide behind anything because there's nowhere to go. It's just there, it's laid bare, there's no big noises, there's no distortions, there's no sort of massive crash cymbals coming in just to cover any mistakes, or it's just everything's laid bare. You just feel it running through you, and you'll probably notice if you see any of our live videos, you'll probably notice that I've got my eyes closed a lot of the time, and that just helps me just to taking the sounds, taking my surroundings, you know, just listening for the connection between Mick and I, and between the music, when we take the lyrics, and we're just trying to feel all of that. So yeah, I mean, emotionally, this band just works for that. It hits you. Oh, to make the stripped back kit sound big, microphones is definitely the answer. We are so lucky to have an absolute master in Matt Gill, who does all our studio mixing for us, and also on a lot of gigs he's able to come out with us and mix our sound, and he just knows what to do in whichever venue. And we've had a couple of great sound engineers on different gigs. There's a guy that we've had in Manchester a couple of times called Gibbo, who's an absolute legend as well. So yeah, pretty much in the hands of the sound guys. Tuning helps a little bit, but you know, mics and EQing is pretty big for the sound, particularly our bass drum sound as well. We'd need that sort of warmth and the depth from it. So for the sound guys to get that for us, you know, we're very thankful when they absolutely nail it, and they usually do. Emotional, powerful moments can hit you at any time on stage, especially if you're going through something personal through life, as we all do, and all of a sudden a lyric or a passage of music will just hit you in a certain way that it never has done before, and you just relate to that as something you're going through at the time, and those can be pretty emotional moments. Likewise, when you know people are behind you, when you do a gig and a lot of people have turned up to see you, and that's just a beautiful thing as well, and they start singing along with what you're doing. Those are pretty powerful too. Those are the things you dream of growing up as a musician. You just want people to enjoy your music and get involved and be part of it, and that's what playing live's all about as well, isn't it? It's all about connecting with people, and the moment you can do that and you see people enjoying it almost as much as you are, those are beautiful moments, and they're so powerful too, and they're the memories that you take away with you and they'll last you a lifetime. Ooh, which piece of kit would I use? I mean, the kit, it's elements brought together, and you know, and what we do with Darwin and The Finches, we use different elements to what a traditional drummer would. I don't know if I could pick just one. I mean, the bass drum's really important in what we do. It lays down that platform, it gives us a nice bass. I play 4 on the floor a lot, just hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, and that helps give us a lot of drive. But then within that, you need all the colours on top of it as well. You know, if I'm playing a shaker, you need that just for that overall feel. You need the tambourine's going to give you a little bit of colour at the top end there. There isn't one particular piece that you can say, I will only use that one. It's about bringing those elements together and making them work together in the right setting. No, I haven't. I don't even know any myths about drummers. I suppose that we just want to play loud and fast. We can myth bust that right now, because that is, if you watch what we do, that is completely not what we're about as Darwin and The Finches, as a folk act, as an acoustic act. It's all about being sympathetic to music, so we need to bust the myth that drummers don't have ears and they're not sympathetic to music, because this wouldn't work if it was all about playing loud, playing fast, and great big single stroke rolls on the snare drum and crash cymbals and all that kind of business. So yeah, it's all about dynamics, it's about listening, it's being empathetic to the music, it's about understanding what the song is, and it's in all its forms. We can take a lot from the lyrics, we can take a lot from the music, just the feel of it, and how we can shape the song as a drummer can make things come out completely differently. I mean, the amount of times Mick might have an idea in his head, I've heard something a completely different way, and sometimes my way sticks, sometimes Mick overrides that and he'll just want something different, and that sticks, and that's absolutely fine as well, because it's just all about working together and just bringing that vision to life. Thanks so much to those that asked the questions. If you've got any questions of your own, just pop them in the comments and I'll get them answered for you.